Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Champ Chat News and Update Special, first episode of your championship updates. We have some breaking news today. Another manager is gone. Who is it? We all know who it is. We've been expecting it for ages. We will tell you very, very soon. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, here we go. I have Josh here in the background. We're going to bring him straight in. And then we are going to talk about another manager who got kicked in the championship. Joshy, you know who it is, don't you?
Where did he get kicked? Into Paul Mullins?
Well, I'll tell you this much. If I'm going to get kicked anywhere, I would like to be kicked with a big bag of cash in my hands.
Yeah.
So that kind of softens the blow a little bit, doesn't it?
It does. And I think,
bag of money.
Bag of money. Go ahead. I mean, why did they wait so long? That's my question.
The expectation was they were waiting until after the 1st of July to push payments into next season.
Yep.
Maybe it is. Maybe the contract is being terminated after July, but they have agreed today. So maybe like a week's notice type thing before it's officially cancelled. I don't know. But it was written as if it's happened immediately. Does that mean for the contract it's dead? Probably not. I'm sure they can play with the accounting system on it. So, but that was the assumption, is everybody was saying they're waiting until the new financial year. So any payments that have to be made to him can be moved forward.
Yes. I mean, yeah, that's that Ruud van Nistelrooy. I woke up to that this morning. Yeah, this is we're doing Champ Chat. This is we're gonna start. I mean, Patty, right, kicking it around, do the news shows, doing watch-alongs for other championship things. So this is the new cadence we're gonna try to do so everyone can get the training wheels on. Right, that's kind of what this is we're doing here. Yeah.
So first up, let's give a quick update. We've spoken about this a few times, but managers that have been changed this summer and currently have no matches of experience with their new team. So we have Leicester City as of today. Ruud van Nistelrooy is gone. But previous to that, we had Bristol City, Hull City, Middlesbrough, Norwich City, Sheffield United, Southampton, Queen's Park Rangers, Watford, and West Bromwich Albion. So if anyone is keeping track there, that is 9 teams out of 24. 9 teams. 9 teams. 9. 0 with new matches. 9 times. That's what I was going for. Well done, Josh. 9
times. Look that up. Times.
So great for us. Great for everybody else, because it's just change. It upsets the apple cart. Players don't know what's happening. Getting in the right players, it is a mess. And Leicester City now, when are they going to have their new manager? Who knows?
Who knows?
But rumors have started already.
They have. There goes Sean Dyche coming in there. Yeah. I mean, it's a good shout. I mean, there's a lot of talking points on that too, but it's not surprising. Van Nistelrooy leaving. That's, just talking about him. He departed 27 games. Ready? You want the details on it? What the details?
Yeah, go if you have them. Yeah, go.
I got a few points here.
Yeah.
The 27 games played. Okay. He was interim manager at Manchester United for a little bit, and they were absolutely trash. 5 wins, 4 draws, 18 losses. Okay. 9-game goal drought at home. Sack delayed for PSR reasons, as you just mentioned, which we think might have happened. A little bit of player unrest thing that leads in Vestergaard, and maybe a mistrust from the board. I don't know, but there is an interim staff in place. But I'll tell you this right now. Do you think it's clever accounting, or do you think it's just whatever? I don't know. Do you think it's?
I think it has to be clever accounting as to why they delayed it, because otherwise there's no reason. They could have done it weeks ago. Yeah, it makes little sense unless it's an accounting issue.
Yeah, and they were just, what do you got? I mean, you're dead man walking. He must have known this is just.
He knew.
Yeah, he knew. Yeah, but yeah, I think. Listen, you said it right. I think this is good. I mean, we're tailoring all the Champ Chat stuff, obviously, to the rest of the league, but we will tie it back to Wrexham at some point too, just for clarity and things like that. It is good for us. It is good for the rest of the league for a little bit more unrest. But I'll say this: if Sean Dyche comes in or Michael Carrick comes in, I think that they know the league, they just don't have the players in. So, but it's still early enough they could possibly get players in for Leicester City, and they will have a parachute payment coming out.
Yes, they will.
Yeah,
and quite a significant one too. 55% of the money from the Prem, from being in the Prem, is what they get first season.
55%.
Yeah, it works out to be about 47 million, I believe.
Wow,
Ish.
that's
somewhere
good.
around there. Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, big money, but that doesn't always save you.
No, it doesn't, and it
doesn't always save you. And they have been having issues financially. They have been having PSR problems, and very possible almost certain they're going to get whacked with a significant points reduction to start the season.
Dare I have you explain to people what PSR is on the fly?
In Discord, I have put some notes up there.
What about live? What about shoot the rehearsal live?
yeah, it's very simply is when you come down from the Premier League, you can have up to 3 seasons where you will be given bonus money, which is what we call parachute payments, in order to support your heavy team, heavy wages coming down from the Prem. So the first season you get 55%, the second season you get 45%, and the third season you get 20%. Now there's a caveat for the third season, and that is if you go up to the Prem and only stay 1 season and come back down, you lose your third year payment. You don't get it. Yeah. So significant money to help you survive and not go broke after coming down from the Prem. But what a lot of teams are doing is they're going up, not spending money, then coming down with a load of money and then trying to bounce back up again. Mm-hmm. So it's hurting things, but that's just the way it is. But they have big spending problems. Also, I don't know if we'll probably not get into it too much today, but they have problems with their owners as well. Mm-hmm. And so spending there on that side of it, they don't have money. There is talk potentially of them going bankrupt. That's King Power. They are involved in duty-free around the globe, which has gone to shit since they closed down previously and haven't recovered. So if that happens, the club could be in serious trouble, because if they haven't got the finances to keep it going, they won't last that long. Right. But that's for down the road.
That's for down the road. Marie from SoCal thinks that's 10. She's questioning your math.
10 for what?
10 for the sacked managers.
It depends on when you're timing it from, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, who's the extra team I've missed?
Yeah.
Because I would guess they were sacked very late in the season and came in before the end, which is the summer. So there are other managers on very low matches. So maybe that's where it's coming in.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Throw it in the chat if you think there's another team that had 0 for their manager.
I don't know necessarily you're wrong. You might not be right.
Well, there you go. Happens. Happens.
Yeah. Well,
happens with the wife all the time. What can I do?
I know you got to just go down the book, but there you go. They said they didn't sack him, by the way. Just going back to the Nistelrooy. They said they didn't.
Yeah, they agreed together.
Yeah, they agreed together. Mutual agreement.
Yeah. Yeah, which means you give me lots of money.
Yeah.
I'll walk away without fuss.
Yeah. So
very simple.
Is now Leicester City in a rescue mission for their season, or do you think
they are? Well, look, they should have enough, even with a points deduction, to make playoffs. Will it stop them getting an automatic? Yes, if they don't have a good season. In order to pull potentially 12 points back and be greater than everybody else for the top 2, you would probably need a great season to pull that back. However, a decent season should also potentially see them just in playoffs. Yeah. That's probably where they'll end up, is in the playoff spots.
They're not going to get relegated. They're going to be in the league.
I doubt it. No, I doubt it. Unless something else big happens.
Yeah.
Unless something crazy happens with points, they get whacked with a lot more, or something happens with the owners. Obviously, anything like that could really destroy a season. But I don't expect them to do a Luton. No. Yeah. They have a big team. They have a very strong team. So player-wise, they're going to have a strong team for the league again this year.
Yeah, but we don't play them early, which is fine, but you know, what are you going to do? Stoner Comment says, yes, like and subscribe, share this out. We're going to be doing championship stuff. Patty's been doing a lot of work on this too. We're doing some watch alongs. So this is just the start of it. As you can see, there's a color scheme that's different on here. So y'all know if it's a Wrexham show for the Local Pundit, but this is, you know, we're just getting it going. We're getting our training wheels, and you know, we shoot the rehearsal. And that's what we're doing here. So yes, please like, subscribe, share it out. Hey, Welsh Techie. And then Ashley Wilson, who is a League One guy. You know, there you go. How you doing?
Hey, Ash.
Yeah. But no, that's a good start. This was coming.
Okay.
But good news. Go on.
Question for you. Is that all you've heard in the rumors for a manager?
No, Röhl, Carrick, Ross.
There we go. Yeah, Danny Röhl. Now, what would happen if they took Danny Röhl from Sheffield Wednesday? Well, that would mean another manager is gone in the league. Because he's with Sheffield Wednesday, who have their own troubles at the moment. It looks like Danny Röhl wants to get out of there, but he has a massive clause that another club has to pay 5 million, I believe, is the number. Now, would Leicester pay that? Maybe. Could they get someone better? Maybe. Could they get someone better for free? Maybe. So who knows? But if they do take Danny Röhl, then Sheffield Wednesday need a new manager, and they can't afford to pay one.
This is the blood housery of the championship, which is why we are doing this series, because there's just too much to talk about rather than talk about. You know, we have to get through it. So, do you think that's a good fit for Röhl or for Leicester? Or, no?
He's a good manager. Could be, yes. Danny Röhl hasn't been getting great support. But here's the thing: for Danny Röhl, I would say it's a step up. It's better players. It's a better team than he's had before. He's a good manager. He could potentially do well for them. Now, was Van Nistelrooy backed? Did he get the support he deserved to come in and try and rescue a Prem team? I'm going to say no.
No.
I don't know. I'm not going to put my hand up and say that Van Nistelrooy is a fantastic coach. Maybe he's probably not. Some issues there, but he did not have the backing of the board. He did not have financial support because they didn't have it. They don't have it. They have the PSR issues. So it's a little unfair, I think. He came in on a 2.5-year contract. So he's supposed to have another 2 seasons here with them. And they've decided to move him on. Little crazy, but...
Yeah, I think the optics there too. He might be on a free Danny, but I'm not who he's referring to. But no, listen, he was never. I'm talking about Röhl. Sorry, this is if Sheffield Wednesday don't pay wages, players and management can leave for compensation. There you go. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. So I didn't want to dive into that too deeply because it's a different topic. But yes, if it goes to a second month without the players and the management being paid, then they can rip up their contract. You haven't fulfilled your part of the contract by paying me. Therefore, I am no longer required to follow the contract, and they can leave. So if that happens, now I don't know if they can do something sneaky, such as pay their manager and their top 5 players, and that's it. And those guys are then stuck with their contract. I would not be surprised if they did something really underhand like that. And said to everybody else, you're not worth anything, do as you want. However, different story, different team. But they might get away without paying it is the idea. It's possible, yes.
It's messy. This pretty much with broken promises. Jazz, are you new to the chat? Who do you support? I see there's a blue thing there. I don't know exactly who that is, but happy to have you in. Welcome in. And yes, Ashley Wilson says a Local Pundit green. That's awesome there too. But lots there too. And be against the PFA union. I don't know what that means, but Gaz, I don't know, but maybe a little.
I know that's it. Oh yeah.
You got it. Okay. Lots going on here. Leicester. He's a Leicester. So, hey now.
Hey.
Jazz. Well done. Jazz, if you're in the chat, what do you think about the move of, who do you think is going to come in the chat? Let me know. Let us know.
Who do you think's coming in? Who do you want in?
Yeah, he's born and bred Leicester supporter. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Let's do this. And by the way, Jazz, you'll be at the preseason game next week. So the Posh, your favorite team, Patty, are playing them in a preseason game next week. So
Okay.
There you go. Danny Boy. Okay. He wants Danny Boy. Okay. Awesome. Hey, look at Patty. Oh, he got it done. Awesome.
I had that out the other day because Posh actually print numbers and names on the back of their jerseys if you ask them to when you order online. Should we be doing this? Yes, we should. Do we? No,
we don't. Not yet. Not yet. Well, we will. There you go.
Okay. On topic. Stay on topic. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Moving on. What do you got next?
Moving on then. What is up next? Let's see.
The betting market stuff, right?
Betting markets. Okay. Yes. Let's hit the betting markets.
Yeah. Paddy Power's coming in hot with the betting market. Now, this is not my expertise.
Okay. I have zero affiliation with Paddy Power, the gambling agency. So let's be clear about that. But right, okay. Something came out. Some revised odds came out today, and we have Ipswich 9-2, Southampton 11-2, Sheffield United 8-1, Birmingham City 9-1, and Wrexham 6-1. Now, if anybody's not aware of how that works, basically the odds are getting worse and worse as I listed them there. However, Wrexham at 6-1 is now deemed to have a better shot at winning the league than Sheffield United at 8-1 and Birmingham City at 9-1.
And why would that?
Do you know what? There's a simple answer. And lots of people do not understand this about the gambling markets. The gambling market is not purely about who is most likely to win. That is a major factor. And they have a lot of data to figure that out. But then it gets adjusted by how many bets and how much money they're getting on that particular team. So it means a lot of people are just throwing some money down on Wrexham. Yeah. And that is driving the odds down, making us a bigger favorite than we should be. Yep. So that's simply the way the odds go. Basically, the betting companies want to earn enough money from all the lost bets to cover any team that wins at the end of the day. And they don't want any team putting down too many bets because in theory, if that bet wins, then it could cover all of the bets from every other team. They don't want that scenario. So they want it balanced nicely. So if a lot of people are putting down money on Wrexham, it just drives the number down. That is not an accurate representation of our chances of winning.
Yeah, there's that logic or narratives. I mean, that's logic or narrative.
So obviously the nostalgia is there with people with Wrexham. They've been doing fantastic back to back to back. Can they do it a fourth time? Probably not, let's face it. But there's that little bit of nostalgia there, that little bit of fun. Let's throw 20 quid down.
Yeah,
so, a lot of money going down.
Yeah. Hazard backs you up on that. Hazard says betting lines are designed to bring the most money from both sides.
Yes, for the house. Yeah.
For the house. Yeah, exactly. And Chris says the house is slowing down the action on Wrexham with the betting odds.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, make the betting odds worse, and some people will not throw their bet down because the odds are crap. So what does it mean? That's the idea.
6-1 to 13-2. That's a big gap there. I don't know what that means.
That gives you a half price. So 6-1 is basically you'll get 6 back for your value. So you put down $10, you'll get 60 back. And then the other one was, what did you say? Something to do? 13-2. Well, 13-2, you divide it by 2, and then you end up with 6.5. So put down 10, you'll get 65 back. It's a different way of doing it than it's done in America, but you just divide it and have to work the figures in your head.
Do you want to take that hot take, or I'll take that hot take?
You can go with it. Yeah.
Okay. So what I read there is the Wrexham are built for a street fight, and Birmingham are built for a war. But what are we doing? What's the league going to be this year? Is it going to be a war, meaning like an overall, or are we going to be in a street fight every single game? Not that it's about us particularly, but if we take this portion out here, I mean, is Ipswich ready for a war, or are they ready for a street fight? Are we going to be Big Trouble in Little China and Jack Burton? Or what's it going to? What are we going to do? What do we think?
Comparing it to last season, I would say Ipswich will be very much like Birmingham. They'll be extremely solid. They'll be taking out almost everybody consistently. And then Wrexham will be in that street fight every single match. And it's, can we take out enough people?
Yeah.
Because we were behind Birmingham last season, that's fair, but not by a ridiculous amount. You know? So, yeah, I think it might be somewhat similar, if we're doing well, of course. We have a different style to everybody else, and that's my thinking, is if we do well, if the style works, and if we recruit well, we will surprise a lot of people and we will gain a lot of points. If it doesn't work, if we can't stop the other team scoring, we could be in for a very tough mid-table, you know, scenario.
There's several teams in there that haven't put everything correct yet. You know, the Blackburns in regards to like their recruitment. So this is all good vaporware, but hey, you know, it's really good to see it just kind of breaking down. So it's very, just to be in the conversation, the Sheffield United, Birmingham Cities, Oxford, all those stuff is great. So I would argue that we were on Birmingham's level close to the season. We outplayed them in the second half of our second game. Yes, that's true.
No, come on. I love the positivity, I do, but the second half of one game out of two, it's like, oh, that's reaching now to say we're on their level. But here's the truth about the matter, is you don't need to be as good as the other team in order to get as many points in the league.
Yeah,
because they can go and smash people 3-0, 4-1, you know, easy matches. But we can go out every day, every match. We can have our dogfight, win 1-0. We get the same 3 points they get. So it doesn't have to look pretty. You don't have to be as good as the other team. You just have to gain more points than they do at the end of the season. So that's where the dogfight comes in, and you don't have to be that perfect team.
Yeah,
because anybody can mess up.
I think the league is going to be a street fight, and I think that every team that wants to fit up, it's so good. So that's why I'm excited about that. That's why we have Champ Chat. That's why we're expanding and doing this stuff. There's so much to talk about, you know. But it's good there. It's good. Those odds will change for the league, obviously, when people get players in, and you know, when we beat Southampton on. Go. Everything will change. There you go. But good stuff. The chat. Come on, chat. Get into the chat. Let's go. Oh, expand your minds with us. Expand your minds with other teams and how we're doing this. It's, let us know what you think so far on the Champ Chat and expanding and talking about the championship. And we're going to be doing a lot more of this stuff. So just get ready for it. There we get ready for it. What do we got next, Patty?
Transfer watch. Kwame Poku to QPR. Now, did that come out official today? I have not seen it official. It's still in process as far as I'm aware. Is that correct?
We have a Posh supporter in the chat, but we have notes on this too.
Okay.
Ashley, is this official, Ash? Are we doing? Is this official? But
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so, but should we give the
okay. Yeah, so what's out there at the moment is it should be roughly a 900k move from Peterborough. Obviously, he's out of contract, but there will be other issues there. Turned down Swansea and Birmingham. Did he turn down Birmingham? Did Birmingham say we're no longer interested? Competing stories there, I guess. Yeah. No one will ever know. Yeah. So generally, 23 years old, 12 goals last season. Very good player, but maybe he's taking a little bit too long making up his mind. Maybe there's agents whispering in the ear here.
Yeah. Agent
will
stuff.
It happen? Yeah. I don't think QPR will walk away because they need solid talent. And if they get him for anything around 900k as a starting point, that's a steal.
Yeah.
But there are other fees behind it because of age and other issues there. So there'll be more money than that paid behind.
Ashton said it's not official yet, but Fergie at a sponsors brunch yesterday said that it was most likely to be Poku. I think that he's leaving. I guess that's due. And John tells, but okay, we'll do it. That's off topic a little bit too. I mean, it's a good. QPR going to QPR. Why would he go? I mean, listen,
because they'll play him.
Yeah,
that's why he'll become a major player in their team. He'll get a chance with them. Because they're not going to bring in a huge number of players to start above him or put him on the bench. That's the question. If he went to Birmingham, he's fighting for time.
Yeah.
So that's likely where it comes from.
And why didn't other clubs push harder for him? I don't have that answer. I mean, he's a really good player. Like I think you're saying, he wants playing time. Maybe it fits into the system with QPR. They need attacking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Look, sometimes certain teams just fit and others don't. So maybe that's the best fit for him. And I don't necessarily have a particular issue with it, because if he wants to shine as he has so far, I think it could be a good team. If he's in the list every time and he starts scoring his championship goals, he'll drive up his price. He'll become much more marketable, and he'll take the next step. So he doesn't want to get buried on the bench at this point.
He's too talented. He's 23 years old. He needs to start his career. He's too talented, But let him go to the hoops and go see what he does. And we play them early, don't we?
Yeah, it's a smart signing for them, I think. Obviously, he's not championship experienced yet, but he's looking like he's certainly a decent talent for the championship.
I think so too. He's a chaos merchant for sure. And hey, Hip Karma, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Go back to bed if you need to. But no, it's a good one. That's a good little transition there too for him going. He needs to be in that league, and he needs to challenge himself. Good for him. Good for him. And we're just learning about this league too, so this is great. So we did that. What else we got going down here? Do we have anything else?
Recent manager move for Brentford. They appointed Keith Andrews. That is not in the EFL Championship, but there was rumours that Ipswich's coach was going to potentially move McKenna. So that is kind of done for now. He's staying where he is and happy enough with Ipswich to try and get him back up again.
Yep, I mean, it's a lot.
There was a lot of talk there.
A lot of talk there. It's the carousel that's happening, and we'll see how that goes down. So we'll check that out. But going back, so one thing we were talking about earlier, we didn't know if we were going to do this, but if we're going to switch on, a team that we're playing kind of early is Hull, and it looks like they're spending some money. We signed Semi Ayaji, Dion Phillips, Gustavo Porretta, Rede Laolui, and that's we talked about them yesterday about they were going to play them in the Carabao Cup, so they come in with a tent. They're spending some money. Do you think that they're putting some money together, put a playoff squad together? We'll find out early.
Yeah, they're going to attempt it, and that's the question for a lot of teams in the Championship. We've talked about this recently. They come with big names and big expectations, but have they been run well enough to achieve them? And there's quite a significant number of teams that have found themselves a bit lower than they want to be. The upper management aren't happy about it, keep bouncing managers, saying it's the manager's fault, but they should really look a little bit closer to home. So Hull has started early, and they brought in some players, which is good to get them in early, bed them into the team and get a quick start. But what you'll often find is teams that make moves really early is because they haven't got the money. They're going for free agents. They're trying to get the best that they can quickly, and they're trying to give them time because they will need it, because they're not the top end of the Championship players. Now, obviously, there's a mix with that. There's always some great players at the start, normally picked off by other teams. They've done okay. The names they have look like decent enough players. So, yeah, starting early in the market, get your team together is not a bad way to go, especially if you don't have huge funds.
Yeah, it's like I said, this is a fast moving league. Lots happening. Just a little bit more of the headlines roundup. We got the Jack Clark. He left Sunderland $50 million last summer.
Yeah.
What do you think? He's a player that might be on the move. Sam Bell from Bristol City. These are all transfers, by the way. He has interested. Wolves are interested in him. They have a $3 million bid rejected. And another one, Ethan Empadu, who was out of Chelsea originally, as at Cardiff. He's pushing to make a loan permanent at Cardiff. So, and Windass is a Leeds target. Josh Windass is a Leeds target. So a lot of movement that could be happening over the next few days once we hit the July 1st.
Yeah, July 1st is the interesting one. If anybody isn't aware of it, I'm sure most people are. That is when you have the change in accounting period for the PSR scenario. So there will be teams that need to clear a few players and bring in some transfer fees in order to balance the books and stop themselves getting a points penalty. So some of these teams will be releasing players to do that. Premier League team players as well, potentially. For anyone who needs the money, and they'll try and get it done before July 11th. They'll have to, in which case sometimes they take less transfer fee to get that deal done. So if you have money, you can pony it up before July 1st and get a deal sometimes. Or in other scenarios, if people are happy enough with their accounts this season, they won't do anything before July 1st because it'll count in last season's accounts, and they'll just wait till after the deadline of July 1st, and then they'll start making their transfers for the new season.
Fun stuff, man. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, C. Barton? How you doing? But I guess just a quick wrap up, and then Patty and I will just talk quickly again about what Champ Chat will be, just briefly top of mind. So just going back, listen, new show here, starting it. Might not be a news show every day unless it becomes a lot. Patty, I mean, it could be. You never know.
Yeah. See what comes up.
But
we're planning on hitting all the big news, all the news that's relevant to the other teams, not just the stuff that's relevant to an individual team, but when there's big news that affects the whole league, we'll especially be jumping on that quick.
Yeah, and if it grows, which we hope it does. Like even today, Leicester, QPR, the betting markets. Everyone's making moves. So we'll continue to go out and maybe some watch-alongs, Patty.
Yeah, that is the plan, that we are going to hit up initially one watch-along a week, grab two teams from the Championship who are not our old favourites, Wrexham. We'll dive into those teams, learn more about them as we go, have a little fun watching these matches. And hopefully people will be interested in doing that because there's not so many that actually do watch-alongs. They are quite fun, a little bit different when you get to watch the match. And I know as well some people in the UK don't get to watch their matches when it's Saturday at 3:00. So if we can hit some of those matches, we will try and do that and see if that's even more beneficial for those in the UK when possible. So don't forget, I'm Irish, but I'm not living in Ireland or the UK. So I am international and I don't have blackouts on my matches. So when possible, we will try and do the Saturday 3:00.
Yeah, and get into the chat and tell us what you want to see on the Champ Chat.
Yes.
Listen, yeah, it is basically, it's the
early days.
Yeah, yep. It's the Local Pundit, obviously. Wrexham, you'll know that's our team, but we will be doing other things. You'll delineate that between the colors and how we're going to do this. So it's going to be a lot of fun too. And sounds great. And please just let us know what else you'd like to see. Jess, it sounds great. An award-winning Champ Chat. Not yet.
Not yet. But who knows? Maybe one of the days.
Yeah,
maybe never.
Maybe never. Yeah. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the Local Pundit of podcasts. By the way, just before we get out of here, I want to just let everyone know tonight is the event, and I'm going to talk Wrexham real quick. Tonight is the event down in Santa Monica at the Arrow Theater, 7:30. Get there early. It is sold out, I'm sure, times 2. So the last 2 episodes of Welcome to Wrexham will be there. I will be there. Marie from SoCal will be there, and also BJ will be there too. So if you come up, if you're there, come up and see me, say hi. Make sure you go and check that out. I hear the last episode is absolutely amazing. I have not seen it yet.
Also, while I'm thinking of it, because we forget this all the time, we do have a Discord, and we like to be friends with everybody. So if you're a friendly member of another team in the Championship and you want to just chat about football, come and join us there as well. We're a nice bunch most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah, we're speaking to you, Jess, from Leicester City. Come on, jump in and grow it out. Send it out. We'll cover you guys for sure.
So 2 seconds now, and I'm going to get the code. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, in the chat, people, Discord link. Come in and say hi. Let us know who you follow, and it'll be great to learn about your teams and deep dive into some teams that I haven't paid attention to in a long time.
Forever.
Maybe forever for some of them.
Good kickoff show. Not bad. We shoot the rehearsal, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you'll get used to us, guys, if you're not aware of who we are and what we do. Shoot the rehearsal is a big thing. We don't take ourselves too seriously. We have a bit of fun, and look, shit happens. If things go wrong, roll with the punches. It's a bit more fun sometimes than rigid structure, you know.
Yeah, like Ken loves a rigid structure. He's so unfun.
I like a bit myself. I like my stats and stuff as well. But there's a few of us that do this, and we all have different personalities. I'm sure you'll pick your favorites, and occasionally we'll make you pick one as well, so we can count it up and see who's the most popular.
Yeah, got to get on the spot for sure. Awesome, man. This is fun. Good kickoff on this. Good kickoff on this for sure. Awesome. Great stuff.
Looking forward to this league. This is going to be some real fun.
Yeah, it's going to be real fun. Yeah, I think our tagline might be blood, sweat, and shithousery. I don't know, but we'll see. That's what we're thinking for the Champ Chat stuff. Blood, sweat, and shithousery. If you have any other ones for a tagline, let us know. We'll definitely put it up there.
Yeah, well, guys, jump in that Discord, and now is the perfect time to put in your comments because we are flexible on this. We are going to see how everything works and pans out. So if there's something you really would like to see that isn't out there, come tell us. Maybe we can do something.
Awesome. Fun stuff. All right.
Okay. So on that big bombshell, that we'll do whatever you tell us. Come talk to us in the Discord. We will see you next time. Take care.